Welcome to a new series I'm starting called Brands of the SVO, where I'll talk about popular Russian brands and a few others used in the SVO. With this series, I hope to help newer impressionists learn about some of the gear brands they should consider for their kits and loadouts. I'll primarily be focusing on commercial brands. Maybe down the road, I'll make a video covering oddities and contract-only gear, but no promises. I want to add a disclaimer here. If I get anything wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Just know I try my best to gather accurate information and good reference pictures. Also, please note, I'm just naming what I can find. And understand that these vests are not limited to these units. They're accessible to anyone who can get them, so if you notice a unit missing, I apologize. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps with your impression or anything else you're working on. Ars Arma is one of the biggest Russian gear brands of the modern era. Known for supplying government contracts and being a reliable option for private purchase, Ars Arma, or AA, as I'll be referring to it sometimes, has built itself up from the ground up to be a cost-effective and dependable brand. Starting in 2015 with a small team, they've begun making rigs, pouches, and other gear. As seen in their early VK post, one of their earliest vest designs was a modified 6B43 they called the AA43. By 2016, you can start to see the brand develop its identity. Early on, they became known for making high-quality replicas of Western gear, starting with Cry, LBT, and a few others, some of which are shown on screen. That said, they weren't just copying gear. They were also developing their own designs. One early example is the AA Granite Plate Carrier, which was picked up by a few Russian operators not too long after release. By 2017, the company truly began to branch out with original designs, including a wide lineup of vests and pouches. During this period, they worked with units like the 45th VDV and SSOK, developing the now infamous A17 vest. This vest originally came about from a request by an SSO operator and earned the nickname AA Granite SSO. After this, Ars Arma continued to release more pouches, helmet covers, vests, and even backpacks, and more as the years went on. Now, after a little history brief, let's talk about the vests they sell. Starting with the most popular and undisputed champion of the impression world, the A18. You'll usually see the A18 paired with FSB or VDV impressions, but honestly, it's used by many more units. SSO, SOBR, the General National Guard, and plenty of other Russian government and military units use the vest when they're allowed to purchase it. It can also be seen with regular infantry units. There are also A18 variants like the A18 Goliath, which has been seen with the VDV, GRU, and even some standard troops. The A18 is a great choice for any new impressionist looking for a plate carrier that fits multiple impressions. It's also a solid Russian carrier overall. Now moving on to the next vest, the second most popular vest rivaling the A18 would probably be the A17, but unfortunately that one's discontinued. So instead we'll be talking about the A20 Titan. The A20... What the fuck is that music?
생명 건강을 보호하기 위한 최대 비상 방역전에서의 승리를 쟁취하였음을 선포합니다.
방역전쟁의 나날 거열 속에 시비 앓으시면서도 자신이 끝까지 책임져야 하는 인민들 생각으로 한순간도 자리...
Yep, that's right. The A20 is used by the great DPRK leader himself, Kim Jong-un. I'd ask him how he'd feel about the vest, but he doesn't respond to my Twitter DMs. Outside of that, the A20 is another solid vest you can pick up from the Ars Arma International Store. Look at this happy North Korean using it. Anyway, it seems Special Forces really favor the A20, some even prefer it over the A17. Most of the references I could find were from Special Forces. It was used in Hostomel and VDV troops are still seen wearing it. A few Marines seem to like it too. Other units like the FSB, SOBR, and the Russian National Guard have also been seen using it. Also, slightly off topic, but here's a picture of VKPO 4.0 paired with the A20. Just thought it was neat. Then there's the Titan 2.0, aka the A24, but honestly, I couldn't find any reference pictures of it. I went through the entire Ars Arma VK page and came up empty. Still, someone in the SVO is definitely using it. So now, I'm going to speedrun the non-international store vest, then cover the A25, just so I can finally finish up this video because yeah, I've been procrastinating on it way too long. First up, the CPC Mod.2. I would talk about the Mod 1 or the Mod 3, but like the A17, the Mod 1's been discontinued, and the Mod 3 is basically the same thing as the Mod 2, except the Velcro's camo, and there's probably a few other things added, but still, not worth the talk about honestly in my opinion. The CPC Mod.2 has been seen with FSB, GRU, SOBR, National Guard, Special Forces, Marines, MVD, Chechen fighters, and regular Army units. SSO also seems to have used it, but the picture showing it is kind of questionable. It might actually be someone from the 45th, from what I heard, so take that with a grain of salt. Then we have the 1694U. This vest is used by SOBR Tarek in their custom order ATAX AU set. Other users include the 45th VDV, GRU, National Guard, Special Forces, Marines, and the General Army. They even used it in Syria too. There are probably more, but I couldn't find reference pictures, so I can't name them for sure. Finally, before we get to the A25, we have the A22 Skanda LC. I forgot to include this vest while editing the video, so I'm quickly adding it here. The A22 is another great vest used by a good number of special forces. Interestingly, FSB and SOBR are two units I didn't expect to see wearing it. But hey, and technically that one guy is FSB Border Guards, so there's that. Aside from them, GRU and Marines are also seen using it. Now it's time for the newest vest from Ars Arma at the time of this recording, the A25
Astartes Corset
vest and the A25 Hype. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong. As you might expect, there aren't many reference pictures of these vests yet because of how new it is. However, there is one reference of the A25 Astartes, which sadly isn't on the international store, but from a member of the Tender Fellows unit who originally used an A18 Goliath. So here's that picture. Now, finally wrapping up this video, I'd love to hear your feedback. Should I keep making more videos like this, or should I stop this series in its tracks? I already have videos planned for Void and a few other brands, but beyond that, I hope this helped you figure out whatever you needed, or helped you with whatever you wanted. As always, I'll see you guys later.